And on Simpson finishes off the Bulldogs, and the Creighton Blue Jays claim a share of the Big East regular season title.
Knocked down by the Razorbacks. A weekend sweep of Alabama from Barnhill Arena.
Bulldogs up by a point, not anymore on the swing from Ava Martin. Kendra Waite for Kiana Schmidt. How about that Schmidt slide one more time? Kiana Schmidt finishes off the first set in favor of the Blue Jays. Create some separation from the Blue Jays. Again, the big swing from Nora Sis. Creighton has its first point of the second set. Preisinger serves for the Blue Jays. Nora Sis right down the middle. Preisinger, Martin gets it down. 2014 Creighton.
Of the Shondell family.
Blocked out of the net by Reinhardt. On the campus of Creighton University, it's time for Big East Volleyball as the calendar turns to November and the Creighton Blue Jays welcome the DePaul Blue Demons to downtown Omaha. Let's take a look at where the Big East standings sit as we enter play today. 6 matches left for Creighton in conference play and 5 for DePaul. Megan Epperson, Nick Batters on hand with you here courtside at DJ Sokol Arena. This is one of the most exciting times of the year. We're barreling down towards the conference tournament, and this weekend means a lot for both teams. Creighton plays Marquette later on this weekend, and that's the team, Megan, that DePaul just faced, and they put up a good fight.
Yeah, Creighton's back at home after 2 weekends on the road. I'm sure they're going to be excited. It's going to be really loud in here. We've got a lot of kids day today, so it should be a good one.
Well, glad you're spending this morning with us at DJ Sokol Arena. It's an early start, lots of kids in the building. It's the Blue Jays and the Blue Demons coming up next from downtown Omaha. But a good season for the Blue Jays, but still 1 match left to go in the regular season. And we're underway in the second set here inside DJ Sokol Arena. The Bulldogs keep it alive, trying to take the first point. A big swing from Kiara Reinhardt, just a bit too much, and the first point goes to Butler.
Just a follow through where hand went through the net on that one. And if you're Butler Bulldogs, that's exactly how you want to start, is just finding a way, one by one, trying to inch ahead.
Grenzy with the service error. We're back tied at 1.
I think it'll be interesting to see both sides of what offensively they're trying to do to attack the other team. So I think early on, I wouldn't be surprised to see both of them trying to get their middles involved when they can. That'll really open up a lot of opportunity for their pins.
Well, Ava Martin serves for Creighton. Pushed over by Grunzy. Nora Sis can't tip it over. The Bulldogs take the point.
The ball was a really good idea there from Waite to try to run tempo with Sis, as she would have had one on. That ball was just a little bit too tight and tough for Nora to try to fit it into the seam.
And a good presence to the net from Cora Taylor. Now here's Kaylee Finnegan, the freshman from Toledo, Ohio. The big swing leads to a Blue Jay point.
Big swing there from Bickelmeyer. You really felt that here in the arena, as she definitely took a lot out on that ball as she went for that high line.
Bold and italicized.
Absolutely.
Swing. Reinhardt serves for Creighton, tied at 2 here in the second set. And she can't quite get to that one, and Butler back ahead.
And you'll see that a lot when you have your libero out, recognizing that the middle is playing in that left back. So just a heads up play there from Ward to try to attack Reinhardt in the back row.
It's the Big East leader in assists, Cora Taylor, serving for the Bulldogs. And that Schmidt slide works again.
It's a really hard set there for Kendra Waite, as she, not only are they running the slide-in system, but they're also running it out of system. That was a ball that was passed, pretty far off of the net, as well as off to the left side pin, and she did a great job of setting that off of her shoulder to find Schmidt for the slide.
McCune serves for Creighton, tied at 3. And at the net, Butler takes the point. Back and forth, kind of like the start of the first set.
Just being really disciplined there for Ebo of recognizing that that block is just a little bit late, and it doesn't have to be anything too fancy or too, too strong, but just rather recognizing that, I might have an easy kill if I just swipe it off the hands.
Kiana Schmidt pumps it a little too far outside. Butler up by 2.
Right now you have Kendra Waite in the front row, so she has the 2 options between Nora Sis and Kiana. And it's a good idea to find her, but maybe force that one a little bit. So wouldn't be surprised if they try to find Ava Martin out of the back row here.
Reisinger to Wade, and then the kill brings Creighton within 1.
Laia Ebo should have recognized, tried to at the last second, and realized Sis was coming in for that inside set just a little bit too late.
So Sis will serve for the Blue Jays. Blocked down to the net by Schmidt. Tied at 5.
Back-to-back points for the Blue Jays, one off of an unforced error, and that's definitely not what you want to see here if you're the Bulldogs, is you want to keep the ball control on your side as much as you can.
Tied at 5 in set 2. Ebo with the big swing from the near side puts Butler back ahead.
She's been pretty successful for the Bulldogs. The freshman out of Michigan, freshman out of DC, and they have a pretty young team that they're trying to get athletes in early and seeing what they can do here early on in their career.
Of the 13 players who have seen time in sets for Butler this year, 6 of them have been freshmen.
And I think Shondell's going to do a really good job, whether it be with the athletes that he currently has in regards to training and developing, but I also think from a recruiting standpoint as well, coming from a thick coaching tree of the Shondell family.
Blocked down to the net by Reinhardt.
Great read there from Reinhardt, recognizing where her middle was, fronting her, being loaded and getting those hands over early. The nice clean block there from Reinhardt.
As pretty as it gets. Well, Creighton up by 1. Can't quite keep it alive. Butler ties it back up.
Great effort there from the Blue Jays. Just couldn't keep that ball alive. But I really like the net play from the Bulldogs. I think they're doing a really good job of showing their physicality and really going head-to-head, whether it be with blocks, with overpasses, or with really solid positive block touches.
Ava Martin puts the Blue Jays back in front.
Another great connection from the outsides with Kendra Waite. Just a little bit of a seam to work with from Ava Martin, and she was able to sneak that one in.
Waite serves for the Blue Jays, but right into the net. The error brings us back tied at 8. Neither team's really been able to get on a run yet here in the second set.
Yeah, trading points with unforced errors, whether it be behind the service line, whether it be offensively. So, whoever can handle that first contact and get their middles involved, I think will be able to pull away with a little bit of a gap here in set 2.
Grunzy serves for the Bulldogs. Good dig from Sis. Martin knocks it over, but Grunzy's right there. Elise Ward on the far side, a bit too far, and Creighton takes the point.
You're seeing the athletes almost looked as if they're exhausted if it's been the set 4 or set 5, just because we're seeing some long defensive rallies and efforts from both teams. And so, again, like I mentioned, if you can handle that first ball and eliminate these long rallies, I think it's really going to allow you to try to pull away.
Good presence to the net from the Blue Jays, leads to another point.
Just a big block there from the Blue Jays between Reinhardt and Bickelmeyer, and even Sis in the front row. Just a lot of physicality. Just a great job stopping and dropping at that last second from Reinhardt.
Now Martin serves. Blue Jays lead by 2 here in the second set. Butler inches a point closer.
Really great idea there from Cora Taylor to find Bogus there. Yes, she had the blockers there, but they weren't loaded. And so if you can catch anybody off their game for that split second, that's going to help.
It's the freshman Finnegan serving. A big swing puts Creighton up again by 2.
Bickelmeyer talked about just the trust and how this team has really come together through that adversity. And something that she's felt for her game. Not only as a team have they really been coming together, but for her as an individual, she's really felt confident over the last few weeks, and you can definitely tell as she's been having a really, really good last few matches for the Blue Jays.
How about an ace for the Blue Jays? Just scrapes over the net and drops down.
Kiera Reinhart, the standing float serve, almost a bomb serve is what you would call it, as she hits that ball with a lot of pace from all the way at the back of the end and really just goes for it.
Reinhart had a couple of aces on Friday against Xavier. To the outside for Bickelmeyer, kept alive by Kinley. For Sis. And off the touch, gives Creighton the point. Great effort though from Drutzy.
And when you have 3 hitters in the front row with Schmidt, Bickelmeyer, Norris, and you also have the back row ball that they can run with Ava Martin, it's so hard to bite on who. And so on that one, there was a one-on-one matchup as Destiny Cherry thought they were going to go back with Bickelmeyer on that one, which set up that clean swing for Nora.
Creighton on a 3-0 scoring run. Cherry tries to knock it down. She can't, and a bit too much on that touch. Gives Creighton another point.
Just an unlucky ball handling error there for Butler as they got the overpass, but unfortunately overran it and went wide.
A 4-0 run for Creighton. Up by 5 here in set 2. For Bickelmeyer, off the touch, gives Creighton the point.
Butler doing a really good job of getting some touches. Unfortunately, just not able to keep this one in play. As you see, they're using the hands and just weren't able to get a second effort on that one.
So Creighton leads Butler 15-9 here in set 2. We'll have more from DJ Sokol Arena in a bit.